Hi boys and girls, we are going to be doing a cup stacking unit, and I want to show you some of the setups that you could do at home. Over here on my left side are a bunch of the official speed cup stack cups here, and you know they're made of plastic and they're really nice to use. They're designed to be used a certain way. However, if you're at home, you may or may not have speed stack cups available, but you can use other cups that you have around the house. Of course, anything that you do like this, you want to have your parent or guardian permission first. There are some things that you could do, especially if you have plastic cups. You can make your own speed stack cups. They work pretty good, maybe not as good as the official cups, but they're great for practicing. And I want to show you how to make some of the speed stack cups. Okay, so over here I have 2 stacks of 6 cups. Now you can use as low as 3. You should have at least 3 cups for speed stack, and these are regular plastic drinking cups. They're like 16-ounce cups. You can use smaller cups or bigger ones if you'd like. Preferably you want to get something that really kind of fits in your hand really easily. You don't want something too big, although it could be fun doing oversized cups as well. They have those. What I'm going to do is similar to the bottom of the speed stacking cups. I'm going to put holes in the cups, and the holes help the air travel in and out between the cups, so the cups slide off a lot easier. A lot of times when you have regular cups and you try to do this, when you lift up a cup, it tends to pull the other cup with it, and that has to do with air pressure. You have air inside of the stack cups, and the holes help the air escape and push in and out. So when you are using the cups move better. Now, again, you don't have to drill the holes in. You can still get the idea with regular plastic cups. But if you have the ability to put holes in it, you don't want to put too many, but you do want to put a certain amount in there, and it really depends on the size of the cup, but to help put them in there. Now, what I have, and again, you need your parents and guardians' permission to do this, probably their help as well, is I have a drill and some drill bits. I also have a marker. And what I'm gonna do with the cups, I'm gonna keep them, because of the size of my drill bits, I have 3 of them. I'm gonna use all 3 drill bits. I'm gonna start with the smallest one, and then I'm gonna switch to the middle and then the bigger one. Basically, I'm gonna make 3 or 4 holes. I'm gonna start with the smallest one to keep the plastic from breaking or snapping. And then I'm gonna increase each hole size so we get to the bigger drill bit size. But first, just because I want to make it look nice and even, I'm actually going to drill through 6 cups at once. But I want to mark in a nice triangular pattern where I want the holes. They should be kind of evenly dispersed out. You can make like 5 or 6 holes if you want, but you want to try to keep them nice, evenly spaced out. I'm actually going to put a hole in the middle as well. Okay, and those are my pilot marks. That's where I'm going to drill the first ones. Actually, I'll get the other stack here too. I have this piece of wood here just as a working surface. In case you drill it a different way, you don't want to drill into the table that you're working on or surface area, unless you have a work table area that it's okay to do that. Let's see here. Putting 3 holes in right here. Okay, I'm going to get the first drill bit size, which is the smallest one that I have. Actually, one of the smallest ones. This one's a 3/32 drill bit. All right, I'm gonna just start nice and slow. I'm gonna drill, hopefully it goes all the way through. I'm gonna check. Actually, it didn't go all the way through. It went through 5 of them. All right, so I'm gonna have to save that cup to the side here. But I know it goes through 5, so I'm gonna drill all the way through. That one, and then one in the middle. And then I'll take the 5th cup out of that one, and I'll drill the other one as well. Does not have to be perfect, but it's helpful. All right. I'll take this out. Get the next size. Actually, I'm willing to bet, because of the stack, I'm willing to bet the last two drill bits will fit nicely. So I'm going to put the 6 cup back in to see if it goes through. It did. It went through. All right. All right, last drill bit size. I'm going to start slow with the trigger. All right, and the other stack. Okay, now if I look at the cups, now there's some rough edges at the top here. You want to have your parents or guardians help take that off. You can try to pull it off, but don't pull off too hard, because you might actually rip the entire cup. If your parents have access to something that's really sharp, you can cut them off, or use like scissors to kind of get the roughest edges off. And each cup, just to clean it up. But that's a cool little project that you could do. Only takes a couple of minutes, but you have those cups right there. All right. When you're done, you're pretty much all set to start stacking with plastic cups. Hey boys and girls, all right, so we are gonna start with the cup stacking. Now, we drilled the holes, we created our own little speed stack cups. Again, you do not have to do the holes. However, it will make the cups flow a little bit better. Again, make sure you have your parent and guardian permission first to do that. First stack I'm gonna do is 3. Now I'm gonna do it with the regular plastic cups here, because that's more than likely what you have at home. But I will also do it with the speed stack cups. All right, now you want a surface table area that has little disruption. I'm using the center of the table only because of the space I have on here. If I were doing this outside the video, I would make sure to have a better surface area. All right, but some of the simple things you might want to try to do, you can start with your hands flat on the table, and you don't need a timer. It does help. I have a mat timer that is made for cup stacking, but you don't need it. You can use your own stopwatch timer or cell phone timer or something like that. But just, you can kind of count in your head as you go. You want to start with your hands on the table, and when you do a simple 3-cup stack, just like this, bring your hand up, first hand grabs the cup, all right? You want to place it to the side, and then all you're going to do is take the other cup and put it on top, and then take your first hand, bring the first cup down, and then second cup down, all right? And you can keep practicing like that. Now, this one still sticks. So these cups right here, they have a little ridge. So it still kind of sticks a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's good just for simple practicing. And you can speed it up to get an idea, but you do want to let go for a little fraction of a second. All right, you don't want to keep your hands on the cup. You got to let go when it's stacked up. All right, and you try to go as fast as you can. All right, now these are not the most ideal cups for practicing, but it's good enough for this right now. And then you can practice going the other way. All right, but the idea is to get your hands moving quickly, okay? Now I'm going to show you with the actual speed stacking cups there. They work the best. All right, hands nice and flat on the table. Pick one up, stack, and then back down. Stack, back down, stack, back down. Of course, you want to practice the other way here. Okay. Whoop, see, made a mistake. And when you make a mistake, no big deal. Stack the cups back up, start over again. Okay, now we're gonna try the 2 stacks of 3-cup stack, all right? You adjust the cups the best distance apart. You want them as close together as possible because you want your hands to travel the least amount of distance, because this is about time. You want to try to get this down to a low time. But you start with your hands on the table. Typically you start with 1 stack, then you do the other, you build them up, and then you go back to the first stack, to build it and to bring it back down and hands down, just like this. Now I'm gonna go kind of slow. I'm gonna go to my left or your left to your right, all right? So I'm gonna take the first one, I'm gonna stack, switch my hands over to the other stack, up, then come back over, down, down, all right? And then you end with your hands down, all right? So I'm gonna start that again, just the stacks, okay? So up, up, down, down, hands back down. All right, so eventually you'll go here, 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 here. All right, start with your hands down, end with your hands down. Stack up, stack down, stack down. You can go the other direction too. You go this way, that's fine, but you have to take down the first stack. All right, and that's it. Okay, now we're gonna try the 3-6-3 stack. All right, you're gonna pick which side you wanna start with, whether it's the left side or the right side. It's not usually ideal to start with the middle stack because you're gonna use more time starting in the middle than going from one side to the other. So you wanna start from one, go to the other, and then when you stack them back up, you go back to that first side and go across. That's typically the fastest way. All right, so I'm gonna start on my right side, go across to my left, and then start over again from my left to stack them back up. Or reset them, all right? So it goes like this. You just use what you've learned in the other 2 rounds and you go from there, all right? So you go over to one side, you grab 1, 2, up, then you stack the middle, you grab the 3 and the 2, up, make a quick mistake there, you have to adjust, up, then you do the final stack of 3, then you come back to the beginning, back down, there, and hands down, all right? So if I would do it again, I'm resetting the cups and make sure I'm going the right way. I'm gonna start here, grab the 3, 2, here, back to the beginning, and you bring them back down, there. That's it. All right, for this one is the final one that we'll cover for right now, but it's 2 stacks of 6, all right? Again, same with the 3-6-3 format. You pick one, and you go the other way, and then when you reset the stacks back to the way they are, you go back to the first one that you stacked up, bring that one down, and then finish with the second one. All right, again, you start with your hands down, you decide which way you want to go. I like to start with my right, go left, or my left really. It's the way you're looking through the video. It's your right and left, but it's my left to right. All right, so I'm gonna start hands on the table. I decide to go, I grab 3 and 2, stack it up, go to the second pile, grab 3 and 2, up, back to the first pile, stack it back down, and hands down. And that's it. All right, good luck. You come back into the school and we do this in person. What you're going to be able to use is one of the timer mats here. Now the timer mat is a simple mat that has a timer attached to it that has a couple of sensors where you start with your hands on the mat. It's pretty cool that has these red and green lights. When you are ready to stack in time, you set up the timer. There's a reset button, a power button, and there's some adjustments on there for different challenges, but there's a green and red button. And when you're ready to go, you put your hands on the 2 sensors, a green light will go on. That means it's ready, the system's ready. And then when you let go, the timer will automatically start. So when you decide to go, the timer's going right now. I'm doing a 6 stack. I stack it up, stack it down, and touch it. It stops the timer, which is why it's important when you're practicing at home. You start with your hands down, you do the activity and bring your hands back down. That way you get used to how the timer works and engaging it and stopping it. That way, you know, you'll have that practice in. It'll be a lot easier when you are back in school. All right, that's it. Thank you very much.